What is up, people on the internet? JQL here, back with another video. Today's video, I'm doing a Cousin Lego video on my Cousin Lego minifigure from Captain America, the First Avenger, and here I have Captain America himself in his World War II suit. Now, you're probably wondering why I decided to make this figure. Well, one, I just wanted to say Happy 4th of July, and two, I decided to make this figure because I just felt nostalgic and I wanted to make a Captain America figure, and I left a poll on my Instagram asking you guys which suit you guys wanted to make, and actually the Civil War suit one. But I've made that suit like 3 or 4 times now because he's worn the same suit ever since Age of Ultron. So I decided rather than making another version of that, which I could have totally done, but since I made him, made the, pretty much the same suit for, Infinity War, I decided to go back to the very first movie and make one of my favorite suits he's ever worn in the MCU. So, yeah, here he is, and I also decided to upload this video during the 4th of July. Right now it's actually June still for me, that time I'm recording this, but I'm posting it for the 4th of July. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the intro. Now let's get started with this video. Alright, here we have Steve Rogers in his World War II suit. And, yeah, I'm really happy with how this figure turned out. It's definitely my favorite Captain America suit I've ever made in LEGO. So, let's get started with the accessories. I just gave him this pistol I got from Brick Arms a few years back. I don't know what it is, but it looks pretty cool in his hand, so I decided to just give it to him, because he does have a pistol in the movie, because, it's World War II. You can't do everything with a shield, unless you're Captain America, but, yeah. Anyway, so, just taking that off real quick, and, repositioning his arm. You can see the shield is actually attached using a, well, actually, it's attached like a Brick Forge Van Brace, except, I made the shield a long time ago. I just repainted it recently, and also, used the new different hilt for it. I actually used a Assassin's hidden blade from Brick Warriors as, the main connector piece. I kind of wish I used a Van Brace from Brick Forge, but, it still works. It does tend to, loosen up a little bit, so I had to secure that on with a bunch of glue and all that, and due to that, the back of the shield looks really ugly and messy, so that's unfortunate, but, the shield itself looks pretty good. I had to fully paint this. I did use a Captain America shield as a base to paint all the metallic colors on there, so yeah. Moving on to the actual figure itself, the head is actually a one piece. I tried to, make a removable helmet, and I almost succeeded, but after so many tries trying to make a taped chin strap, I gave up, because honestly, it was just gave me way too much of a headache. It also scraped off a lot of the face paint that I did. Speaking of which, the face is fully painted by me. I think it turned out pretty great. So I did use a flash cowl as a base, however, and then I cut the back of it a little bit. So if I grab an actual flash cowl right here, you'll notice that the back of it is, I cut that back part off and then sculpted out using Procreate to, give it that curve that his helmet has, and I think it turned out pretty great. And I also did fill in the cheeks a little bit, you can see there, like from right here, and then also continued to sand the lightning bolts off, and there's a little piece of red paint there I had to scrape off real quick, sorry. And, I also did sculpt his chin strap out of Procreate, which is why it's no longer removable. I could try to remove it, but I don't want to, because I don't want to break it. I think it looks fine just the way it is, and honestly, that's a sacrifice I was willing to make. So yeah, torso is actually it's pretty much fully sculpted. I did have, work in progress photos over on my Instagram. You can check it out in the link description below. I did sculpt the top half of the torso and then sculpt the pouches. The pouches turned out really great. Especially the belt. If I zoom in a little bit, okay, that's as far as I can zoom. So I think the pouches turned out pretty great, and I'm really happy how they turned out. And zooming out a little bit, I did paint his arms fully, pretty much, and I also sculpted the top bits. Did I say I used Procreate to sculpt? I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I don't know. But I used Procreate to sculpt, and if you don't know what Procreate is, this is what the package looks like. A lot of people keep asking me this, even though I do say I say I use Procreate in my videos. So that's what the packaging looks like, and then this is what it looks like in the box. I unwrapped both of them, and yeah, it comes with a black and a white one. You just take a little bit, mix it together, and then it becomes gray. You stick it on the thing, you just mold it, shape it however you want, and then yeah, it dries after. I recommend letting it dry for 24 hours. Procreate tends to dry somewhat fast, but I recommend, letting it dry for 24 hours. Speaking of Procreate, I did also sculpt in the glove top on this arm. I do have a spare one in case I want to have him without the shield. Anyway, moving on to the back of the torso. I did fully paint everything, and I also, oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention I used a tape strap for his, the strap goes across his chest, and it continues on the back of the torso, and the torso is fully painted, and I think it turned out pretty great. I also continued the belt details on the back, and yeah, I also did fully paint the legs. The legs are pretty simple. They just have minor details here and there. I also used tape and Procreate to sculpt his gun holster, which cannot actually, hold his gun, because that's just kind of unrealistic, and it would be way too oversized for him to, pose his arm. So, yeah, I think it just services the figure pretty well, even though it has no functionality, I guess. But anyway, that's pretty much it for the Captain America, the First Avenger, World War II suit. That was a mouthful. I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's probably my favorite figure I've made so far this year, and definitely, I just, despite what people say about the first Avengers movie, well, not the first Avengers, but, like, the first Captain America movie, I actually really loved it. As a Captain America fan, I just thought that movie nailed it, in my opinion. Just nailed Captain America, his story. And yeah, I get why people say it's somewhat boring, but personally, I really enjoyed it, and I think it did the character justice as the first movie. And then I think Captain America movies are the best MCU trilogy movies we've had ever, other than the Avengers. But, like, solo movies, Captain America wins it by a long shot. So, yeah, anyway, I'm just rambling on. So, that's pretty much it for my Captain America figure, and now we can end this video. Okay, so I kind of lied and decided, I wanted to do a comparison somehow, because I like doing comparisons, especially if I made the figure before. But this one isn't exactly a comparison. You can see this is my Golden Age suit from the Winter Soldier movie. Custom. This is a custom I made a while ago. I think I made this 2 years ago, I think. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, looking back at it, I was really proud of this figure. But then looking back at it, especially compared to this one right here, it does not. I feel like I could have done way better. And definitely think I did better with this figure than this figure. But to be honest, I still think it's okay. It's not the best figure I've ever made, but looking back, I'm really proud I made this. And you can see I did have a standard red shield that I painted, the silver, the star, the blue. And I also did have a clip on the back to connect the shield. It kind of stands out a little too much, but from the front, it looks pretty cool. And from the back, of course, it looks pretty cool, just having it on his back. And yeah, I didn't do that with this figure because I just thought that would be unnecessary, and I didn't want to sacrifice all the detail like I did with this figure, and I decided to do something different. So that's exactly why I did that. And yeah, so if I put the shield back on, it's okay. There we go. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my Captain America comparison. And people think that the Golden Age suit is actually the same exact suit as the World War II suit. It's actually not, surprisingly. I noticed when painting this guy that there's just minor detail differences, like on the arms, the torso a little bit. But for the most part, it's pretty much the same suit, sort of. But yeah. So anyway, I'm just gonna stop rambling and end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, and if you like my Captain America figure, make sure to hit that like button. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more custom minifigures made by me, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that way you'll be notified for my next video, because I'm always posting more custom minifigures on my channel. I do, however, post them over on my Instagram and Flickr before I post them here. So if you want to check those out and see them earlier, make sure to check out the descriptions below, both in the description below. Speaking of which, I actually deleted my Twitter. I just didn't use it often, so yeah, I'm not gonna use Twitter anymore because I just haven't had a need for it. So I just deleted it. So yeah, anyway, if you do want to see more Phase 1 or 2 Marvel characters or any other character from any movie, make sure to leave a comment down below who you want to see next, and maybe I'll consider making them, maybe, because right now I really don't have any figures planned. I do plan on making more Marvel figures, like the Iron Man Mark 50 and the Iron Spider suit. I'm working on those guys right now. So, yeah, for the meantime, I just posted this guy because it's the 4th of July. So, yeah, anyway, I'm just going to end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And again, happy 4th of July, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever or whatever video that'll be, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.